In the novel, The Great Gatsby, by F. Scott Fitzgerald, we are introduced to the world of Jay Gatsby and the mysterious allure of the Roaring 1920s. The story is narrated by Nick Carraway, a young man from the Midwest who moves to New York City to pursue a career in finance. Nick rents a small house in West Egg, a wealthy and fashionable area on Long Island. His neighbor is the enigmatic Jay Gatsby, a man known for throwing extravagant parties but shrouded in mystery. As Nick becomes acquainted with his cousin Daisy Buchanan and her husband Tom, he learns of their social circle and the decadence that surrounds them. Tom is a wealthy and arrogant man, engaging in extramarital affairs without much regard for his wife's feelings. Daisy appears delicate and ethereal but is trapped in a loveless marriage. Through a series of events, Nick discovers that Gatsby and Daisy share a complicated history. Gatsby is deeply in love with Daisy and has spent years accumulating wealth to win her back. He is a self-made man, but his wealth is rumored to have come from illegal activities. Gatsby orchestrates a meeting with Daisy, and they rekindle their romantic relationship. Nick becomes the intermediary, helping Gatsby and Daisy meet discreetly. Gatsby's love for Daisy is palpable, and he showers her with lavish displays of affection. However, the idyllic facade begins to crumble. Tom becomes suspicious of Gatsby and his wealth, eventually discovering his affair with Daisy. This leads to a confrontation between Gatsby, Tom, and Daisy at the Plaza Hotel. The tension escalates as Tom exposes Gatsby's criminal activities, leaving Daisy torn between the two men. Meanwhile, Gatsby's extravagant parties continue, drawing attention from both the curious and the critical. People come from far and wide to bask in the glittering spectacle, but few truly know the man behind the lavish gatherings. As the first half of the book comes to a close, tensions rise, and the allure of the American dream becomes increasingly elusive. The glittering surface of wealth and excess masks deeper insecurities, unfulfilled desires, and the moral decay of society. The stage is set for the second half of the novel, where the consequences of these relationships and choices will unravel with tragic consequences. The Great Gatsby explores themes of love, wealth, disillusionment, and the corrupting power of the American dream. As tensions escalate, Gatsby remains hopeful that Daisy will leave Tom and choose him instead. He urges Daisy to tell Tom that she never loved him, but she cannot bring herself to do so. The affair between Gatsby and Daisy intensifies, fueled by their mutual longing and desire to recapture the past. Tom, feeling threatened by Gatsby, becomes determined to expose him as a fraud. During a tense confrontation, Tom accuses Gatsby of illegally making his fortune and challenges his claim on Daisy. Daisy, torn between the two men, momentarily retreats into her wealth and privilege, ultimately choosing Tom's safety and stability over Gatsby's romantic idealism. Tragedy strikes when Daisy, driving Gatsby's car, accidentally kills Myrtle Wilson, Tom's mistress, in a hit-and-run accident. Myrtle's husband, George, devastated by his wife's death, learns of her affair but does not initially know who was driving the car. In his grief and desperation, he seeks revenge. Gatsby becomes consumed by the hope of a future with Daisy, even as the world around him collapses. He stands as a symbol of the futile pursuit of the American dream, clinging to an idealized love and the belief that wealth can solve all problems. Meanwhile, Nick, disillusioned by the decadence and moral decay he has witnessed, distances himself from the extravagant parties and the shallow society of the East. He serves as the moral compass of the story, recognizing the emptiness and corruption that lie beneath the surface. As the novel hurtles towards its tragic conclusion, George, driven by despair and misled by false information, concludes that Gatsby was the driver who killed his wife. In an act of vengeance, he finds Gatsby in his mansion and shoots him before taking his own life. Gatsby's death marks the end of an era and the collapse of his grand illusions. Despite his immense wealth and opulent lifestyle, he dies alone, betrayed by the hollow promises of his dreams. In the aftermath, the true nature of Gatsby's relationships and the emptiness of the lives of those around him are exposed. The Great Gatsby is a cautionary tale that explores the corrupting nature of wealth, the pursuit of love and happiness, and the transient and illusory nature of the American dream. Through its tragic characters and vivid portrayal of the Jazz Age, the novel leaves us with a profound understanding of the complexities of human desires and the consequences of our choices. Thanks for watching.